I know I'm not the only person that's had a bunch of great ideas for their print-on-demand business swirling around in their head throughout the day, only to sit down later on when it's time to do the work and be drawing blanks. You can't remember what it was that you wanted to do for your niches or your designs. So in this video, I want to show you something that you can do if you find yourself in that situation to get upcoming niches that will have verifiable demand behind them and easily study the best sellers to see what sub niches to target and what design styles are performing best in those niches. So let's get to it. Stop me if you've heard me say this before, but when I start my niche research process, I like to optimize for Amazon. You may have heard of it, the #1 e-commerce website in the world. So I'm going to jump on over to Merch Dominator, which is constantly scanning Amazon merch listings, looking for new bestsellers, new submissions, etc. In this video, I want to show you a section of Merch Dominator that I haven't talked about before. And that is, if you go over here on the sidebar, go to events and expand that. First, I want to show you the calendar, okay? And they actually have a calendar of events based on all the different merch marketplaces. I like to optimize for the US market because it's the biggest. Let me move myself to the other side of the screen here. And now you can see over here in the calendar, you get the smaller niches, okay? Not necessarily, I mentioned verifiable demand. I wasn't referring to the calendar here. The calendar is just kind of an extra free thing with your Merch Dominator subscription. We're going to spend most of our time in the upcoming section, but I wanted to show you that the calendar does in fact exist. So here in May, you've got National Bird Day, World Press Freedom Day, International Firefighters Day, Cinco de Mayo, National Nurses Day. So some of them are big, some of them are smaller. But if we go over here behind me, and we go to the upcoming section underneath events, this is what I really wanted to highlight in this video. Once it loads, you'll notice a bunch of significant upcoming dates. Now you'll notice that it's not filtering out the protected brands. For instance, I definitely recognize Butters from South Park there. So for Hamburger Day, it makes sense that it's going to index, the Butters shirt where he says, "Oh, hamburgers." Shout out to South Park. But of course, it's also got a bunch of best-selling hamburger-themed designs ordered from lowest BSR to higher BSR. Of course, the lower the BSR, the more sales that product is making on a relative basis, or the more recent sales, depending on how many sales are taking place in that category. So you have Hamburger Day coming up May 28th. And what I love is if you actually want to tackle some of these niches, you can actually click and scroll straight from this page and check out various other designs that are selling well in that niche. So you don't even need to know that the niche is coming. Merch Dominator will do that work for you, tell you it's coming, and then show you the best sellers in order for that niche all on one page. But it gets better. You can keep scrolling. So next up, National Stress Awareness Day, June 11th. Okay, and you can scroll through those. A lot of trademark stuff there, so be careful. World Blood Donor Day, June 14th. Lots of different blood donor themed shirts, and that's definitely one that I think people get passionate about. So I bet you could sell quite a few shirts there. Also, there's some religious themed shirts in this niche as well. Father's Day, of course, just make sure not to sell, Yoda here. Shout out to Star Wars fans, but we cannot sell the Star Wars shirts on merch or the Hello Kitty either. But make sure, obviously take care of your account. It's not a dad bod, it's father figure, BSR 7900. I keep all my dad jokes in a database, BSR 9300. I tell dad jokes periodically, and they've got the periodic table of elements there. Just a ton of Father's Day shirts right here in a single view. And all we have to do is keep scrolling. Next up, June 19th, you have Juneteenth. And if you didn't know anything about that holiday, what do you notice when you check out the Juneteenth shirts, guys? Perhaps a consistent color scheme at a minimum. And then, of course, a lot of different sub-niches. The first one says Peace, Love, Juneteenth. Next one, Juneteenth, Celebrating Black Freedom, 6/19/1865. Next one, Juneteenth, Dream Like Martin, Lead Like Harriet, Fight Like Malcolm. It keeps going. Next one, Juneteenth, Breaking Every Chain Since 1865. Next one, Juneteenth, Believe, Achieve, Succeed, right? It's all here in a single view, all right? And you don't have to stay on top of it. World Music Day, if you guys didn't know that was coming, well, June 21st, World Music Day, make sure to get some t-shirts indexed there. International Yoga Day, June 21st as well. If you didn't know this, yoga is extremely popular, at least here in the US, and you can sell yoga stuff all day. After that, you've got Canada Day on July 1st. If you didn't know that, here you go. You've got what it takes now to find these upcoming significant dates. Something like Canada Day too. I love that because everybody's going to be thinking July 4th, probably very easily overlooked. because it's July 1st, and if people have like a niche calendar, they may not look at the next calendar month until we get there, right? So they may be like, all right, what's coming down the pipe in July on July 1st, and realize, oh, today's Canada Day, and all of those sales I missed out because I would have been making those in the back half of June. So I really wanted to show you that Merch Dominator's got all these for you, and they're right here under events on the upcoming section. And if you see something like Canada Day, I mean, it's one thing to just scroll through the results right here on this page, but guess what? You can also go over to the best sellers section and then just type Canada Day, hit search, and now you get all of the products that Merch Dominator has indexed on these search terms in a single view, okay? So you get an even more in-depth view here in just another view on Merch Dominator. They also have the advanced view, so you can go ahead and click the info icon. It takes you to the advanced detail page here. You can scroll down. You can see things like the price point, $19.99, BSR, $34,000, projected sales, and you actually get the BSR history here, price history, etc. That sort of thing I find is more valuable, honestly, for like FBA products. When it comes to print on demand, I don't stress about it as much, but it is nice to know that it's there. Merch Dominator's got your back. I'm going to link to it in the description. Hope you guys found this useful. Check out Merch Dominator. The events section on the left-hand side, definitely expediting the process of helping you find those niches when you sit down at your computer at the end of the day ready to get some work done and your mind is drawing a blank. So guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon with a new video.